Okay. Oh, I feel like my phone's I feel like my phone's gonna tip over when I put it lengthwise because it's such a long phone. So I'm just gonna do it however regularly do it and then edit it after. Okay. So Parker had his little friend sleepover last night, okay? Parker had his little friend sleepover last night, and he was telling me this story about his uncle. He was telling me this story about his uncle, and he was saying what his uncle did when he was drunk, which was it was kind of like, I don't know, I thought it was kind of mean. I didn't say it out loud, right? God forbid, like I can't like speak that. Like, I'm not going to say it. It's his uncle, right? That's his family. But I was just, like, listening to his story, right? And I was thinking that it was mean, okay? I was taking offense to his little story, okay? And then he was like, anyways, that's the week I found out I was double jointed. So I couldn't help but to laugh, right? His synopsis and what he figured, right? It's just like between like what I thought and what he thought was like, I kind of had an epiphany about how God wants us to feel about things. lighthearted, right? And like me knowing this stuff and like getting these downloads and teaching things, it's like my heart is getting lighter and lighter and lighter every day, and I'm getting taught by an 8-year-old. You know what I mean? I'm getting taught by an 8-year-old. And that's why age doesn't matter about wisdom. Okay? That's why you'll see children who are a lot more wise than their parents. Okay? Naturally. Because they just came out of the spirit realm, right? Okay. And then also, oh, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, she gone. Yeah, can't even think of it. Okay, so like my heart's getting lighter every day. Every day my heart's getting lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay, because I'm seeing it everywhere. Yeah, some of the best lessons in life come from children, right? Some of the best lessons in life come from children. So that's why it's like you treat your kid like your equal, okay? You're only there to guide them because you have more life experience. Okay. I was cleaning the coffee machine today because I was going to make a tea last night. It kind of tastes like vinegar, honestly. But that's okay. It won't kill me. Yep. Okay. I was cleaning the coffee machine. My hand's almost fully healed. Okay. I've been healing it for about like 5 days straight now, on and off. Okay. So I won't be getting a blood infection, and I won't be actually getting anything from this. It's actually going to heal over, and I won't get it again. So that's awesome. So I stopped getting offended by this little boy's story, and I realized that I need to be more kid-like when I'm like experiencing things in life. Okay? I need to experience it like that boy. Okay? And I need to give the rest to God. And that's how God wants us to handle things. Just be like, what can you really do about it though? Like getting angry about it. Yeah, if there's certain steps you need to take, like make a police report or check in with Equifax, or I'm talking about identity theft, right, and fraud. And if I've done that and that, okay, even those activities need to be done in a lighter fashion, right? It's like, well, that was fun. Like, I got to be stern for a minute. That was fun, right? In a, like, lightheartedly, right? And then let God deal with the rest. I'd be like that boy. I found out I was double jointed. Let God deal with the rest, right? Like, what's getting mad gonna do? What's it gonna do? And then what? And then what? And then what? And then what? And what does that do? And then what? Well, so you're still holding on to this? You're still holding on to this when a lot of really positive, happy things have already passed you by. You've been supposed to let that go. Let it go. Okay. Someone's like, there's no marriage possible. There's no way you guys were married. There's no way. That's right. They weren't. That's right. I wasn't ever married. I wasn't ever married. I'm actually never going to get married. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from. A dad, an uncle. Conflicted. Ooh. Somebody wants to create conflict. Like, you better walk away. That's a conflict of interest. That's a conflict of interest. You better fucking walk away. That's a conflict of interest. You better turn your back. You better turn your back. It's a conflict of interest. You got to get married to your baby mama. You got to get married to your baby mama in order to maintain this 10 of Pentacles. But really, they wanted this 10 of Pentacles for themselves, and they want to take you up and set you up with your baby mama. Okay? You got to heal this. I mean, you got to heal this. You're a man. You're the man. You got to heal this. You got to heal your family. You're the man of the house. So somebody put it on someone's manlyhood that they had to go back with their abusive ex in order for this father to have control over this abusive ex, to have control over this money when they killed their son. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Okay, it's a setup. It's a setup. It's a setup. Go reconcile. Go reconcile. Go make peace. That's a bad dad. That's a bad dad. That's a bad dad. But have a light heart about it, right? Have a light heart about it. What did you learn? What did that teach you? Okay? Because trust me, even in the most weirdest, messed up stories, you can learn something, right? Did you learn you were double jointed? It wasn't that messed up of a story. I was just taking offense from it, right? His uncle bent his finger. And he was like showing me this boy is double jointed, okay? This boy is double jointed. So if you were to bend his finger a little bit, it'll fucking bend all the way. It'll bend all the way. And he was like showing me this thumb thing where he like puts his thumb and touches his arm with it. And it's like a little bone pops out and it, oh, it took me off guard. It took me off guard. It took me off guard. I'm like, ah! Ah! Like, oh shit, put it back, put it back. Yes, this angry dad, man, or father figure, or boss. What did you learn? What did you learn? Give it to God. Because I'm getting like, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do with anything. Light, dark, anything, right? You got an emotion about it, take it up with the Lord. Take it up with the Lord. Take it up with the Lord. I don't care if it was like they like set you up to get killed or go to jail. Take it up with the Lord. That is the challenge. To not take it into your own hands. That's the challenge. Because God's going to fuck them up. Worse than you ever could. Worse than you ever could. Okay? And that's the understanding. Like, be lighthearted. Be lighthearted. Because God didn't want that to happen to you either. God didn't want that to happen to you either. But it was written. It was written. It had to happen. It had to happen. Don't disappoint against adversity. Don't disappoint against adversity. Don't do anything. Don't do it. Show the universe you're better than that. Show the universe you're better than them. Okay? And then the universe will show them that you are too. Like, as I'm learning this stuff, it sounds real gangster to me. Like, what? You're going to have my back like that? Nobody's had my back like that. Nobody. Nobody's had my back like that. So, like, it's, like, so awesome. It's so awesome. Like, all I have to do is be as good as I can be and give everything to you. I can do that. Damn, I can do that. Like, I feel lucky, man. I feel like this is, like, amazing. Because it is. It is. I'm going to read a herb, and then I'm going to don't sweat the small stuff, and I'm going to just cut it, like, it's going to be, that's some really dark shit. And I don't feel that affected by it. Okay? Because I'm not allowing myself to feel affected by that. I literally, how I embody things usually, I'm not even taking that on. Like that boy taught me something today. That boy taught me something today. Right fresh in the morning, like I like it too. Like I like to learn right fresh in the morning. Okay, the herb of the day is marigold. Marigolds are not only beautiful flowers, but they're also an important part of the herbal pharmacy. Traditional herbalists crushed marigold petals into oil and applied it to cuts, burns, or other abrasions. For us modern-day herbalists who prefer to buy our waters in natural food stores, there are wonderful marigold-based skincare products sold under the botanical name calendula that can soothe and heal mild skin problems. Calendula is also used in herbal cleansers. The parts of the coffee machine. Okay, I was going to make a tea last night. I don't know why I need to say this, but like the parts of the coffee machine pop out, right? Like the little like spouty thing, that the coffee drizzled just down in the Keurig, it pops off, right? It pops right off. So that's what I cleaned because I was going to make a tea last night and I like made it, but without like putting a little pod in the Keurig machine just so I get hot water, and like there was like black chunks in it and I was like, ew, that needs to be cleaned. So I cleaned it this morning and that's why my coffee tastes like cleaner. But at least there's no black chunks in it. Okay. Marigold is an excellent source of lutein, a member of the carotenoid family that has been the subject of several groundbreaking scientific studies. Lutein is one of two carotenoids concentrated in the macular region of the eye. The macula is a small dimple that is responsible for the central vision required for focus activities like writing, sewing, driving, and for distinguishing color. Molecular degeneration is the slow destruction of the macula. This is the leading cause of blindness in people over 40. There's no cure or effective treatment for molecular degeneration, but there's some evidence that lutein may prevent it. In a study conducted at Harvard University, people who ate a diet rich in two dark green leafy vegetables, spinach and collard greens, had a substantially lower risk of developing age-related macular degeneration. Since spinach and collard greens are excellent source of both lutein and xanthian, researchers concluded that these carotenoids may protect against macular degeneration. This one's hard to read. Several lutein-based herbal supplements derived from marigold are being touted as vision protectors. Since macular degeneration can take years to develop, only time will tell if these products will be effective. However, there's no reason to believe that they won't. So if macular degeneration is in your family, okay, it's good to like get on that as you're younger. Spinach, collard greens, marigold, goji berries. Possible benefits. Used externally, soothes skin irritation and promotes healing. Excuse me. Taken orally may help prevent macular degeneration. How to use. Externally, apply these skin products directly to the affected area. Orally, take 6 to 20 milligrams of lutein in a capsule daily. Personal advice. People with light eyes are especially vulnerable to macular degeneration, which can be accelerated by exposure to sunlight. Be sure to wear sunglasses and block both UVA and UVB rays. They're telling me to wear my goggles in the tanning bed. Wear your goggles in the tanning bed. I only did that like a few times. Okay. And then it's like, you know, like as you're supposed to learn these lightheartedness things from the kids, but not these attitude things from the kids. Practice ignoring your negative thoughts, okay? And this is what I was doing this morning, okay? Angel number 67 and angel number 1117. Practice ignoring your negative thoughts. Okay, and this could be about this dad or this boss or this grandpa or this uncle or whoever the fuck is angry and controlling in your life, okay? Like, just because you own things doesn't make you a fucking, what are you trying to be? What are you trying to be? The greatest narcissist around? The greatest snake around? honestly, I think someone's dad's banging their baby mama here. I think someone's dad's banging their baby mama. And it's a facade. Yep. That's vindicated. That's vindicated. Okay, and they have this plot for some money here. And whoever this guy is, the delivery guy with the black vehicle. The delivery guy with the black vehicle. It's time to heal. Okay, it's time to heal and celebrate. This is a time for celebration, for going down, choosing a new path, because that one was messed up. Okay, and not even feeling a certain way about it, right? Not even feeling a certain way about it. Like, feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Now let it go. Now let it go. Feel that feeling leave your body. Okay? The heaviness of it. Where it sits. Where does that feeling sit in your body? Okay, now grab it. Feel it leave your body. Okay? Wherever it leaves your body from. Mine leaves it like out my head. My feelings leave out my head. Right? And then I literally feel lighter. Okay? There's room for other feelings. Right? Sometimes I like shake it off. You'll see me do that. Okay. It has been estimated that the average human being has around 50,000 thoughts per day. That's a lot of thoughts. Some of these thoughts are going to be positive and productive. Unfortunately, however, many of them are also going to be negative, angry, fearful, pessimistic, worrisome. Right? We already talked about being worried and fearful and what it does. Okay? We've talked about that in a reading before. Indeed, okay, touch on it. Okay, so some are rational. Okay, some are irrational. But all of it together is irrational. Okay, it's not going to do anything for you. Okay, it's actually going to manifest more of like dread. It's going to manifest more dread of the situation. It's actually going to pull that dread in. Okay, it's going to attract it. So it is all irrational. Okay, even if it's about to happen, you think it's rational, but it's all irrational. That's a feeling that you're supposed to let go. Indeed, the important question in terms of becoming more peaceful isn't whether or not you're going to have negative thoughts. You are. It's what you choose to do with the ones you have. In a practical sense, you really have only two options when it comes to dealing with negative thoughts. You can analyze your thoughts, ponder, think through, study, think some more, or you can learn to ignore them. Like, let them go, not ignore them completely. Okay? By letting them go, you dismiss them and pay less attention to them. I'm going to say let them go instead of ignore, okay? Because you're not supposed to completely ignore your emotions, and emotions come with thoughts, okay? As you learn to let them go, dismiss, pay less attention to, okay? Or none at all, okay, because that's what happens when you let things go. Not to take so seriously, the latter option, learning to take your negative thoughts less seriously, is infinitely more effective in terms of learning to be more peaceful. When you have a thought, any thought that is at all, that's all it is. A thought. It can't hurt you without your consent. It can't hurt you without your consent. Okay, are these people and what they do, how they operate, worth ever hurting about? Sometimes people come in our lives and they teach us what not to do. How not to be, how not to operate, how not to be so controlling. How not to be so evil. How not to be so hurtful. Right? How not to be so mean. Why it's important to be lighthearted and not as stiff and cold as the rock he sits on. Right? How not to be so angry and uptight and by the book, whatever that means. Whatever that means. Okay? How not to have a stick shoved up your ass. Whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. If you have a thought from your past, I'm upset because my parents didn't do a very good job. Ooh, this is for me. But I don't hold it against my parents, right? My parents did... Come in. Yes, thank you.
Can I have a waffle?
Yes. Okay. He wasn't hungry this morning, so I really got to go because he's hungry now. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm supposed to come back. Well, I'm back, but so when I was speaking about like allowing the universe to fight your battles, allowing God to fight your battles, okay? It's not that the universe and God will fuck people up, okay? It's not that, but kind of, okay? Because they have a contract with the devil, like the dark, like the light and the dark, okay, whatever entity it is, entities they are, okay, so the God and the devils, okay, they have a contract in the ethers, okay, so that if you go a certain, what do I mean? What do I mean? If you call upon the devils over the gods, okay, if you do that, if you call upon the dark over the light, okay, to a certain extent, okay, God will allow the devils you call on to fuck you up, okay, so it's not God doing that to you, okay, they have an agreement in the ethers, okay, it's whatever you dabble in, whatever you wish upon people, say, whatever you conjure up upon people, whatever you physically do to people, it's already agreed by God that the devils you fuck with can fuck you up, okay? And that's how you get fucked up, okay? It's the devils you entertain. The very devils you entertain to fuck people up are the very devils that'll fuck you up. And that's agreed upon in the ethers, okay? So I had to just go in depth about that a little bit because not everybody knows that. It's not God, okay? God is very loving and peaceful and genuine and protective. Okay, very protective. Okay, so that's just it. And that's how God fucks you up. Okay. And also, okay, so obviously it's parental issues we're talking about this morning. Like, my parents did the best they could with what they got and what they're able to process and what they're allowing their brain to even learn, okay? So obviously, okay, my parents are like closed-minded, okay? That's it. And that's why it's very hard being raised by them, because we don't operate the same. We don't have the same beliefs. Okay, I have a really, really, really open mind, and they have a very narrow mindset. Okay, so we clash. My parents have very hardcore abandonment issues, both of them. So it's like dual abandonment issues, abandonment. So they've stayed together so long, I think. But anyways, so with my mom being abandoned by her mom and dad, and my dad being abandoned by his dad, okay, it's like they both had this mission to stick it out. They both had this mission to never abandon their kids. They both had this mission, and as long as they did that, they did better than their parents. That's what they think. That's how they think. So it's like, you got that down pat, but they kind of shit the bed on like how to like, they did their mission complete. Okay. They did it. Okay. But they weren't aware how they had like, how abandonment goes further than sticking out through a marriage. It goes further than, I don't know their understanding of it, but it's only as much as their mind could allow. You know what I mean? So it's not even really their fault. They did the best that they could do with what they know. So it's like, it just is what it is. And that's like why, like, I'll never hate my parents. I don't hate anybody. Okay, that's too much. It takes too much. It takes too much to hate anything. Okay? It's just way too heavy. I don't have that attribute in me. Okay? I never have. Like, I never have ever. I've had like resentments. I've had those. Okay? And those are the closest thing I've felt to hate. Okay? Because I've felt hate before. I've felt it off of other people. I've felt hate off of other people. I've felt hate for me off of other people. Okay? And I'm like the bestest person. Not the bestest person. I'm the best person I know. Okay? I'm the best adult I know. I know kids that are better than me. Okay. And I mean like in person, right? Obviously I feel like there's people that I look up to, there's people that I admire, people that I respect. Okay? I respect some other readers that I watch because I'm like, wow. I know that person has learned a little bit more than me, right? There's definitely people that I admire and like aspire to be like, right? Yeah. If you have a thought from your past, I'm upset because my parents didn't do a very good job. You can get into it, as many do, which will create inner turmoil for you. Okay? You can give the thought significance in your mind and you'll convince yourself that you should indeed be unhappy. Or you can recognize that your mind is about to create a mental snowball. And you can choose to release the thought. This doesn't mean your childhood wasn't difficult. It very may well have been. But this present moment, you have a choice in which thoughts to pay attention to. The same mental dynamic applies to thoughts of this morning, even 5 minutes ago. An argument that happened while you were walking out the door on your way to work is no longer an actual argument. It's a thought in your mind. This dynamic also applies to future-orientated thoughts of this evening, this week, or 10 years down the road. You'll find in all cases that if you release or dismiss a negative thought that fills your mind, a more peaceful feeling is only a moment away. And a more peaceful state of mind, your wisdom and common sense will tell you what to do. This strategy takes practice, but it's well worth the effort. And that's how you manifest great things in your life too, right? It is to always have some sort of positive thought in your mind and in your, like that, that'll create a longer life as well, a healthier life. Yeah. pretty sure that wraps up everything that I've kind of touched on this morning. I feel like that's just a really short reading, but a really powerful message of like letting go, no matter what it is, no matter how much it hurts, but letting go for you, okay? And it's our job to relearn, redefine what our parents have taught us, right? Because it's not, just because they've done something that's tragic doesn't mean that everything they taught us was garbage, okay? No, it means that we go back and we fine tune. We go back and we fine tune and we be who we want to be based on the lessons that they taught us and how they taught us how not to be, okay? A very good teacher is like a really innocent child. Okay, is a very good teacher of how to be more like, okay. Yeah. So have a good day, people. Good luck with that. That's a difficult one, but it's very attainable. Okay, and even when you think you attained it, there's a way to become even lighter, and even lighter, and even lighter, till we're like almost like floating. I'm picturing like a feather, okay? But a feather also represents freedom, right? Freedom. Okay, so have a good day.